Welcome to Manager Tenancy Introductory Tenancy Visit Process Staff Training Guide. In this video, I will firstly explain how the Introductory Tenancy Visit process is initiated. I will then show you how to use the Introductory Tenancy Visit process. The Introductory Tenancy Visit process is initiated by the creation of a new tenancy in universal housing. The creation of the new tenancy will send a trigger directly to Manager Tenancy, resulting in an introductory tenancy visit process landing in the housing officer's work tray. The housing officer will then be able to select the introductory tenancy visit process from the work tray and begin. The next part of the video, I will show you how to log in Manager Tenancy and progress through the introductory tenancy visit process. This is the Manager Tenancy login page. You'll first need to type in your username and then your password. Select Sign In. This is the Housing Officer work tray. As you can see, the Introductory Tenancy Visit is in the Housing Officer work tray. Select it. This is the first page where it gives some guidance about the Introductory Tenancy Visit. You are to explain to the new tenant the purpose of the introductory visit and also that you will be checking proof of ID and making sure that the new tenant understands the conditions of their tenancy. When you're ready to start the introductory tenancy visit, click on Start Visit Now. To check the proof of ID and next of kin, you click on Start. On this new tenancy, there are joint tenants. This is the first tenant and this is the second tenant. It shows the name of the tenant, the date of birth, and that this tenant has yet to be verified. Select the first tenant by clicking on the tenant's name. On the Proof of ID page, you have a number of options: valid passport, driver's license, freedom pass, photographic work ID, photographic student ID, or unable to verify ID. In this instance, I'm going to select valid passport. I'm going to take a photo. As you can see, the photo appears on the screen. If you have any information that you wish to record about the passport, you can click on the Notes Free text box and type. You have the ability to create a post-visit action by selecting the box here and then click Save Note. But on this occasion, I don't want to create a post-visit action, so I'm going to uncheck it and Save Note. Then you save and continue. The next screen asks to check next of kin details. I've pre-populated the screen by typing the name, the relationship with tenant, the address, the mobile number, and the email address. Click Save and continue. As you can see on this screen, the first tenant has been verified. To verify the second tenant, you click on the tenant's name. For the second tenant, I'm going to select Valid Passport. I'm going to take a photo of the passport. Again, if you have any information you wish to record, you can record in the Notes free text box here, and then save the notes. Click Save and continue. The next screen is Check Next of Kin Details. I have pre-populated the screen by putting the full name, relationship with tenant, the address, mobile number, and email address. Click Save and continue. You can see that the first tenant has been verified, the second tenant has been verified. On the screen, you have household members. If there are any other household members, they will be listed here. If you have any information you wish to record about the household members, you can do it in the Notes free text box here. You also have the ability to create a post-visit action and save the note. On this occasion, I don't want to create a post-visit action, so I'm going to save the note and save and continue. The next section is Property Occupied. Click Start. Does the property look occupied? Has the tenant physically moved in? If it's yes, click Yes. If no, click No. You can see a Notes free text box pops up here. In this case, the tenants have physically moved in, so I'm going to select Yes. Save and continue. Wellbeing and support needs. Click Start. Does the tenant have any special needs not identified at sign-up? If yes, click Yes. You will see a number of options of special needs that will pop up. You can select learning disability, mental health, physical disability, or other, in which case you would have to specify. On this occasion, there are no special needs. So I'm going to click No. Save and continue. Does the tenant have any support requirements? If you click Yes, a list of options appear. If you click in any of these options, they will give you further options. On this occasion, I'm going to select mental health. If you have any information you wish to record, you can record in the Notes free text box here. On this occasion, the tenants do not have any support requirements, so I'm going to select No. Save and continue. Does the tenant have a carer? If you click Yes, you have the option to detail the carer's name, address, and phone number. You also need to record whether it's a registered carer or a voluntary arrangement. On this occasion, I'm going to say No. Save and continue. Has the tenant signed up with a local GP? If yes, no options appear. If you select No, you have the option to record any information on the Notes free text box here. And you can create a post-visit action by clicking on the checkbox here and save the note. On this occasion, the tenants have already signed up with their local GP, so I'm going to select Yes. Save and continue. services provided. Has the gas team visited to check the boiler, hot water and heater are working? It gives some guidance notes which you can explain to the tenant. It also has the phone number for the Hackney gas team. It has a number of options that you can select. Yes, and the tenant has a copy of the certificate. Yes, but the tenant does not have a copy of the certificate. No, not visited but appointment arranged. No, not visited. No, property does not have gas. When you click yes and the tenant has a copy of the certificate, it gives you the opportunity to take a photo of the certificate. And then you can also record the date. On this occasion, the gas check has been done, but the tenant does not have a copy of the certificate. So I'm going to select this option and I'm going to put the date that the gas was recommissioned. In this case, it was the 21st of June 2019. And you can add notes about the action. On this occasion, no action is required. So I'm going to save and continue. Has the decoration pack been delivered? You have a number of options. Yes, the pack delivered. No, but property was decorated before the tenant moved in. Or no, the pack was not delivered. When you select no, pack was not delivered, the notes free text box appears and you can detail information. On this occasion, the decoration pack has not been delivered. So I'm going to create a post-visit action and then I'm going to save the note. Post-visit action created successfully. This means the post-visit action is now in the housing officer's work tray, so they can go back to it at a later date and action it. Save and continue. Does the tenant know about the refuse disposal and recycling facilities? The housing officer is expected to discuss with the tenant about the refuse disposal and recycling facilities available to them. Once you've discussed it, you click to confirm that you've discussed the refuse disposal and recycling facilities. You also detail whether the tenant has a food waste bin or that the tenant does not have a food waste bin but knows how to get one. If the tenant wishes to order a food waste bin, it gives the phone number which they need to call to order the food waste bin, or you can advise the tenant of the council's website. In this case, the tenant has a food waste bin. Save and continue. Tenancy compliance. Click Start. Has the tenant received a rent payment card? It gives the information to reorder a rent card and it gives you the phone number and says for the tenant to ask for rent. It gives a selection of options. Yes, the tenant has a card. Yes, but the card has been lost. In this instance, a notes free text box appears. You can record information here. The last option is no. In this case, the tenant has a card, so I'm going to select yes. Save and continue. Are there rent arrears on the account? This shows the current balance is £150.37. On this screen, it has the ability for you to click in and access the full rent details screen. If you select this link, it will take you to another tab where you can view the summary of the tenant's rent account. It also gives you options. Yes, but the tenant is waiting for housing benefit payment. Yes, but tenant has an action plan to clear arrears. No, tenant does not have arrears. On this account, the tenant does have arrears, and they have told me that they are waiting for a housing benefit payment. So I'm going to select the first option, and I'm going to record some information. I'm going to save note. Has the tenant applied for housing benefit or housing costs element of universal credit? On this screen, it gives you the current rent balance, and it also gives you the opportunity to access the rent summary for that tenant. There are also a number of options that you can select from. On the previous screen, I obtained information that the tenant had applied for housing benefit and they're expecting to get benefit payments in 2 weeks' time. So I'm going to select yes, but payments not yet received. I'm going to put some more information in the notes free text box. I'm going to save the note and save and continue. Does the tenant understand the role of the income officer? I'm going to explain to the tenant the role of the income officer, and I'm going to say yes, the tenant understands the role, or yes, the tenant understands the role and would like to be put in contact with them. It gives you the number for income services, which you can relay to the tenant. The final option is no. On this occasion, I'm going to select yes. Save and continue. Has the tenant had metal gates erected across the front entrance doors? This screen gives some guidance which you need to relay to the tenant, and then a couple of options. Yes, if they have security grills, or no, if they have not. When you click yes, it gives you the option to take a photo of the metal gates. This is a photo of the metal gates I saw in front of the tenant's door. There's a notes free text box in which you can record the discussion you had with the tenants in regards to the metal gates. You can type the information there. Because I've told the tenant that they need to remove the metal gates, I'm going to create a post-visit action, and I'm going to save the notes. Post-visit action created successfully. Save and continue. Has the tenant left combustible items behind the metal gates? There's some guidance on what you can relate to the tenant, and you have some options, either yes or no. In this instance, I'm going to select no. Save and continue. Has the tenant placed doormats and or potted plants in the communal areas? In this case, I'm going to say no. Save and continue. Has the tenant left combustible items in the communal areas? There's some guidance which you can explain to the tenant here, and you can select yes or no. I'm going to select no. Save and continue. Does the tenant know what antisocial behaviour is? There's some guidance notes here that you can relay to the tenant, and you need to select yes, the tenant understands what ASB is and can give examples, or no. I'm going to select yes. You can explain about the antisocial behaviour and you give examples. And also, there's a note free text box which you can record any information that you discuss about antisocial behaviour issues by or against the tenant. In this instance, there are no antisocial behaviour issues, so I'm not going to record anything here. I'm just going to save and continue. Does the tenant have any pets? You have two options, yes or no. If you select yes, a list of pets appear. I'm going to select dog. On the right hand side of the screen, there are two links. The first link gives you access to the Pets Ownership Guidance for Housing Managers. If you click on that link, it takes you to the document. This is the document. It gives you all the information you need to know about pets. The second link will give you access to the tenancy conditions to the section that relates to pets. You click the link here. Section 4.21 Pets. On this occasion, the tenants do not have any pets, so I'm going to select no, save and continue. Have you discussed the pets policy with the tenant? It gives you guidance notes of what information you need to explain, and it gives you a selection of options. I'm going to select tenant does not have pets, save and continue. Have you discussed the alterations and improvements procedure with the tenant? It gives some guidance that the housing officer is to explain the procedure. And two options. No alterations have been made to the property, or alterations have been made to the property. I'm going to select no alterations have been made to the property, save and continue. Is there any laminated flooring in the property, or is the tenant considering installing laminating flooring? There are some guidance notes and two options, yes, which will give you the option to take a photo and also list where the laminated flooring is. On this occasion, there is laminated flooring, so I'm going to take a photo. It's in the kitchen, so I'm going to select kitchen. As this is okay, there is no need to record any notes or to create a post-visit action, so I'm going to save and continue. Repairs and other inquiries. Click Start. Are there any outstanding repairs? This screen gives the repairs contact centre telephone number, which you can relay to the tenant, and it gives several options. If there's any outstanding repairs, you can select yes, appointment has been booked, yes, appointment has not been booked, or no. On this occasion, there are outstanding repairs, so I'm going to click yes. It also gives you an opportunity to take a photo, so I'm going to take a photo of the repair. This is a repair of a broken door handle. The appointment has been booked for the 1st of July 2019. You also have the option to write notes in the free text box, as I've done here. You can save notes, and then you can save and continue. Has the tenant got a copy of the Welcome to Hackney your tenancy guide booklet. You can either say yes or no. On the right hand side of the page is a picture and a link to the Hackney Welcome Pack. On this occasion, I'm going to say the new tenant has got a copy of the tenancy guide booklet, and I'm going to save and continue. Does the tenant have any queries about their new home? On this occasion, the tenant does not have any queries, so I've selected no. Save and continue. Does the tenant have any queries about their estate and facilities? You have two options. Yes, where a notes-free text box pops up, and you have the ability to record information here. On this occasion, the tenant does not have any queries about their estate and facilities, so I'm going to select no, save and continue. This is the whole of the introductory tenancy visit. You can see the proof of ID and next of kin has been verified. The property occupied section has been completed. The wellbeing and support needs has been completed. Service provided has been completed. Tenancy compliance completed. Repairs and other inquiries have been completed. The final part of the introductory tenancy visit is the review and submit. Click Start. This is the review, sign and submit page. This is a summary page of the answers that you have recorded in the introductory tenancy visit process. The housing officer is expected to show this to the new tenant, and the tenant will review it. On the right hand side, you have opportunity to change any information that is not correct by selecting Change This link. As you scroll through, if the tenant is happy with all the information that has been recorded on this page, at the bottom of the page, they would need to sign this declaration. The tenant can sign on the iPad with their fingers. If they're not happy with their signature, you have the option to clear the signature by selecting this button here, and the tenant can sign again. Once the tenant is happy with the signature, you click Save Signature and then click Submit. This is the submission confirmation page. It confirms that the introductory tenancy visit process has been completed and it has been sent to the area housing manager for review. That's the end of the introductory tenancy visit process.